Oh my! She took my head off.
就鸡巴你外地的不行。
Hi.
Hello.
English? Anybody?
Hello everyone, I'm your father.
Hello, everybody.
Hello,
I. Oh my God! I got one shot at. I got one shot at by the bird.
Buddy, I'm gonna name you Gizmo. No! Gizmo!
You missed. I saw that. That's why you don't roll in Asura. When you're that small, you just can't see where you're going. Oh my God, Cersei. I hate you, Cersei! You are gonna die in the hands of Jaime next season. That's my prediction anyway. Your own brother is gonna kill you, Cersei. And I'll laugh and scream in joy when that happens.
Oh no, oh my
Oh,
god!
whoa! Holy cow, that's a big whale.
It's actually trying to destroy the raft, guys.
Whoa!
Oh shit, it's going to run!
Dude! Yeah, but if you're... Son of a gun! Son of a gun! Melee! Son of a gun! Come on! Die! You're gonna die! I'm gonna kill you! I'm good at melee! I play World of Warcraft, I play all kinds of MMOs, you will not beat me melee! I did it! I killed someone!
No, I'm friendly, dude. Look, I'm not shooting you. Look.
I primarily use heavy and light. Oh, Cersei Lannister! No! No! Get away from me, Cersei! Oh, you've become 3 level! Holy fuck! That's the Reaver Holler.
What's your name?
Bravo.
Oh, in my language it means sadness.
Oh,
That's,
kind of represents me.
Okay, here's the first dungeon chest. If I get anything other than a distillate, I will get a heart attack. Son of a gun, I got something other than a distillate. That's like the first time ever. I should say that more often. And we are live. Hey everybody, Jeremy Adrian here. Welcome back to the channel for a late night stream here on Guild Wars 2, who's just released Visions of the Past, Steel and Fire. Not quite the 3rd episode for the Iceboot Saga, but it's something in between that will carry on the story. I just want to say real quick hi to everybody in chat. We've got Zanushu, Crummy Crump, names I can't pronounce. Daniel says Happy Patch Day. Happy Patch Day indeed. Zanisha says, well, half of your prediction for Cersei Lannister came right. She did die in her brother's arms, and I assume you're referring to the intro trailer where I was kind of pissed off about her killing me off. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy about that prediction, but it was pretty obvious it's going to happen. We got Helot's Gars. I guess since the 14 days controlled movement thing is happening, I can watch the stream. So I didn't want to start the stream off like this, but guys, COVID-19 is a real bitch right now. All over the world, doesn't matter where you're from. Where I'm from, and some viewers, I'm coming to you live from Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. It's about 1 in the morning here. And we have just been put under a lockdown, so restricted movement. And so lots of offices and businesses are closing for until the 31st of March. So everybody gets to stay home, and I'm not sure how it is around the world, but here we are streaming and playing our favorite games and yada yada. So again, I didn't want to start the stream off on that note, but wherever you are in the world, take care of yourself. We got Lord Midichlorian says, hey, what's up? And I know I owe you guys a stream for Final Fantasy XIV, basically the Eden's first raid, which I did not get to do. because I've been so busy trying to shore things up. So here we are in game. Let's start the new update straight away. Visions of the Past, Steel and Fire. You can view that in the journal, and it's going to be right down there. Now, for those of you that do play Guild Wars 2, you sort of have an idea of what we're going to be doing. Season 1 has come back. There's 4 missions that we can play in Season 1, which I am very happy about, because I started playing Guild Wars 2 maybe, at the start of 2017, even though my character was made in 2014, but I sort of ditched the game. So they removed Season 1, you couldn't replay, like, look, it's called Scarlet's War here. And all you had previously, even now, is just this wall of text to tell you what happened in Season 1. And there's a message from ArenaNet saying, Living World Season 1 was live content, you couldn't play it, blah blah blah. And now it seems there's an update. Select missions from Living World Season 1 can now be replayed in the scrying pool in the Eye of the North, which is also a new feature, which I'm sure we'll get to see pretty soon. So this I'm pretty happy about. So people like me can go back and relive through that story. Now, I don't think they're gonna give you achievement points, because in Season 1, like a lot of my Guild Wars 2 friends will tell you, there was a lot of achievement points. If you're playing it through these missions, I don't think we're gonna get it. So shall we begin? Let's do this. No, hang on. Yeah. Before I start though, you guys can hear all right? Audio good, mic good, in-game sound good? Because I know there's going to be at least lots of voiceovers in this one, so let me just check if the dialogue is all the way up. Yep, it's all the way up. Okay, let's begin.
Champion, I've peered into the abyss of time during your absence. There's something you should see.
And that is the voice of Aurene. Spoiler alert, now of course an ascended Elder Dragon on our side. So travel to the Eye of the North and meet with Aurene. I assume it's just going to be on the map somewhere. Ah, found it. There it is. So look, Hall of Monuments, I believe you can come here and claim like some freebies if you played Guild Wars 1 in the past, if you did all your achievements. You of course get rewards. I think this is where you go to. Like when I made my new characters for the first time, I did get that portal to take me here, I believe. I could be wrong. So let's go ahead and teleport there and pick up the story straight away. Meantime, let's check in chat. Jack says, what happened with Final Fantasy XIV to piss you off like that? I'm not actually pissed off at the game, but maybe you're referring to somebody else. Audio's good? Perfect? Awesome. Thank you guys. Nick says, stay safe, man. Yeah, you too. Again, I don't care where you are in the world, just take care of yourself. Shit's getting pretty bad out there. Minikern says, did Final Fantasy piss me off this morning in less than 5 minutes? Oh, so it's you. What happened? Jack says, not count with them opening again on 31st of March. Everything looks like you in for a few months. Yeah, which is fine. I mean, like for me, I think I've told you guys a couple of times, I work remotely. I'm a freelance writer, and then I'm also a YouTuber, and you know, so I work from home most of the time. So in that sense, this social distancing thing that we're going through, I'm perfectly in my natural habitat. But I'm kind of worried for my family members, of course, because they work normal jobs. Wow, lots of players here. So here we are. This is the Eye of the North, you guys. I'm not used to seeing lots of players in this zone. I see the Priori are already here. Are those the Priori? So where do we go? There's a Priori chest over here. Let's go and open it.
How interesting.
Nope, the chest thrums with potential. Use green profit crystals. Now, Guild Wars 2 put out an article on their website recently talking about the new strike missions and how this area is going to be a hub for you to launch strike missions moving forward. So think of it as almost like a raid lobby, if you will. And getting the currencies will unlock some new stuff. It was a long article, I didn't read it properly, so but this is where we want to be to launch strike missions moving forward. I just wish the strike missions were a bit more fun. So yeah, these are the things that you need: shards. So we'll come back and look at all this other stuff, currency and stuff. I just want to get through the story first and foremost, so that kind of gives me time to like have fun with everything else. It's a golden star icon on the map. Who is this? Lady Camilla. Avalheim, I heard you and Aurene were here, so I followed the crystal bloom to join you. These halls are legendary, no kidding, and a good place to make your own. Ah yes, this is what I came here for, right? Just say the word and I'll arrange for more services here to support you. You could do with a lot in this place. So there we go. So we can, in fact, I can unlock the merchant right now. That's giving me an achievement point. So you can unlock everything right away. I mean, if you have the stuff, unlock a bank. And I believe that's going to be reflected, right? So where's the merchant? Okay, the bank's right there because I can see. Cool. So in that vendor, you can unlock a whole bunch of things in this area, and this becomes like your new crafting hub, your bank, trading.
Welcome.
Wheelie G donated $10. Thank you, Wheelie G. Appreciate it. If you're watching the stream, awesome. Thank you, man. Or woman? I'm not sure. But thanks anyway. So yeah, what was I? Yeah, I did see crafting benches as well. Like. So that's pretty cool. Now, again, because this is going to be where you launch your strikes from, I think that's a really cool feature. I'll come back to that. Again, I want to progress the story. Just in case there's any game-breaking bugs and they need to take the server down, I just want to make some progress here. So we have Ridlock. Hey, Ridlock, what's up?
Looks like you're ready to get back to it, Commander. We'll make Bangar regret his piss-poor aim. I need to talk to you, but Aurene said she's got something important to show you.
Alright, what he's talking about with the piss-poor aim in the previous episode, which was Shadow in the Ice, if you remember that last cutscene at the end, again, spoiler, Bangar tried to kill us, he did not succeed. Hang in there, Chad, I'll get back to you in a sec. Let me just get through this.
Your wounds have mended.
Still a bit sore. Can't wait to return the favor to Bangar.
His army grows as more charge effect to his cause. In time, he will march north and awaken Jormag. Tyrians who align themselves with elder dragons historically bring disaster. Present company excluded.
Flattered.
Jormag's motives are unknowable, even to me. Will they end the cycle of rebirth, or will they bring...
Annihilation?
I searched the scrying pool for answers, combing through visions of the past for some way to break the cycle. I haven't found any, but I witnessed something interesting, and I want you to see it.
Let's do it. Let's go back into the past. Gaze into the scrying pool to enter Aurene's vision. So we're going to look back at, again, the general gist of the episode really is to go play through Rylan, which is, of course, Ridlock's son. He's now with Bangar, so he's aligned himself with the bad dudes, if you want to perceive it that way. So we're going to see how this whole warband thing started. And it looks like view the Eye of the North before your friends arrived here. I believe this is Season 1. Shit, I did not mean to press that. No, I wasn't ready. No, 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 I don't want to do Season 1 right now. No. Can I exit? Yeah, it looks like I can. Let me get out of here. I'll save that for after the story, you guys. Then we'll do Season 1. Okay, let me catch up in chat while all this loading is happening. Zanusha says, Adrian, are you going to cover Torchlight 3 news since it's not exactly an MMO? If there's a demand for it, sure. Like I myself, you know, because it has that offline component as well, it's not like there are other top-down hack-and-slash style action RPG games coming out that, you know, I feel is going to be more in line with what I'm looking for. Things like Magic Legends or not Torchlight, God, what's the other one? Corepunk, of course, and things like that. But if you guys want to see it, I'm all down for covering it if we have a release date. Sanusha says strike mission, so they're essentially copying from Destiny 2. It's not that, well, they are like mini raids, like mini boss encounters, if you will. So we'll do
What are you
later.
waiting for? The scrying pool's ready.
Alright, choose an entry into Aurene's vision.
Don't tell me you're afraid of a little water.
I am not Aurene. Shush, I'm trying to talk here. Let's do this. Alright, the UI kind of looks like a strike mission. It says Forging Steel Public or Forging Steel Squad. What is this, a strike? I thought this was like story content. Here, let me go online. Let me see if people are actually queuing for this stuff. Yeah, actually, yeah. public squad. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into a public squad. I want to see how this thing works. See, I'm not using this method for strike missions are fine, but I don't know what to expect with the new content. Is it going to be like strike-esque, meaning a mini mission with a public world boss inside? So I'm going to just join a public one and see how that works out. It's launch day. I'm aware it is, what is it, lunchtime in Europe? Just past evening, tea time? Well, it could be lunchtime in the States. So I'm on the EU server, so I expect this to be somewhat filled up. If not, then this is going to be pretty disappointing. Current says second thing is you have to talk to somebody, convince him to cutscene. Is this the reason why you're upset with Final Fantasy XIV this morning?
Aren't you the
Crummy
sorriest
says, for your
bunch of
Pornhub
recruits
premium
I've
during the
ever laid eyes on?
lockdown. Oh, thank you,
Report
Crummy.
to
That was you.
Centurion Steelcatcher for work details.
So here we are. So visions in the past. Again, we're gonna play through, well, not really Ryland because it doesn't look like I'm Ryland. My objective says 8th Steel Warband. So here are the players. So I've completely transformed from human to Char, and there's Ryland over there. So let's see what he wants.
You're in the Steel Warband now. I expect nothing short of absolute perfection.
Okay, Eddies, we have a lot to do before we move out, and not a lot of time. I don't like the look of this weather. The cold has already took the choppers out of commission. Chopper? Okay, pretty much some backstory here. So this is how his sort of warband comes together. Now it seems to me we're playing in the footsteps of somebody who is in his warband, and not him himself. So I kind of misunderstood the whole thing. So I get to help one of his officers. Let's see, Cindy Steel Temper to defend a perimeter. And we've got 8 minutes, so I want to make this quick. I'll do the first one. Defend a perimeter. So, who am I looking for? Cindy?
Your training doesn't end at the Farrar recruit.
Okay, so it looks like this entire area is instanced with the public group that I've just joined. And we're going to complete events, and maybe that'll lead to a world boss. I have no idea. But this is something new for Guild Wars 2. Because when they said... Oh no, wait, the push and pull one is next episode, right? I don't think we've done something like this before. It's not exactly a strike mission, but it's not exactly open world content either. It's just instance content that you can play with up to 10 other players in a predefined squad or not.
Enemies at the gate.
Okay, one thing I noticed here, I get to keep my character's build, so my guardian skills are on. But there's no mount. Like, look, I can only use novelties. We do not have mounts in this mission
Not too
so far.
shabby,
Just
but I prefer a more direct approach.
Uh-oh. Oops. Don't die. Great start to the stream.
That was too easy.
What's
Hop in
wrong
the
with
tank.
my equipment?
Don't scratch
Do I not
the
have
paint.
all my equipment on? I do. Good.
She's got state-of-the-art anti-personnel grenade launchers. Tanasura, one nade, total mayhem.
This is cruel,
We've gotta
Arena.
keep the perimeter clear.
You give us mounts and then you take them away. I'm so not used to playing without mounts.
That was too easy.
Okay, that's one event done. So on the right side, mission preparations, you see I've already helped one of his officers out. Let's do another one quickly. What do you got, Ryland? Oh, apparently I can't talk to him. Ryland! Hey! Uh-oh. It could be a sign that I'm about to disconnect or something else. What's my ping like? It's not bad, it's 276. So why can't I talk to Ryland? Don't give me this bullshit that I can only help one officer a day or something. Okay, never mind. Maybe I'll just go and see what I can do on my own here. There we go. Participate in Renoa's combat training using the
Use the harpoon to
tank,
break armor.
I suppose.
Or, oh no, we're
So
being
we've got ammunition
ambushed.
here.
Fire at will.
Enter the tank. Oh, cool, sweet. So I'm just smashing my hotkeys right now. This is the char tank that we saw in the trailers and everything. So I wonder if we'll actually get to use this on a boss a bit down the line. That'd be pretty fun. This is giving me Grothmar Valley vibes, like the prologue, because in Grothmar Valley you did a lot of fun, really ridiculous things, and I believe you can actually hear that metal music coming from the tank. Oh, we're done? Okay, let's get out of here. Next.
Does the tank really need rifles, harpoons, and grenade launchers?
The answer's definitely yes.
And you're definitely
Mix these
an
grubs
idiot.
and mushrooms up with some herbs. You've got a mean tonic.
Okay, wait, what? Oh, I gotta gather them? Okay, let's find... What am I gathering? Grubs and snow. What am I doing with the snow? Let's see what other players are doing here. I don't see any grubs anywhere, so I'm just gonna go and grab mushrooms. Wow, having no mounts in here is killing me. I'm just gonna swap to one of my speed buffs here. Is that a grub? Yep, I got a grub. Great. And when I got the grub, now the objective has changed. It needs alpine blossoms now. I'm too slow. Well, for a public area, it sure looks like there's more than 10 players here. Alright, I think I've contributed with that one grub, hopefully. So I'm gonna use this opportunity to check in chat.
Bring me what you got.
We got Shagrath says, evening from Croatia. Good evening, Shagrath. How are you doing? Long time no see. Jack says, I'm a freelance web developer, but all the companies that I work for are closed because of the damn virus. No payments, not able to make money for rent. Oh no. Man, that's really
Technology is an art. And art is an artist.
How did I get handled in this web of bears? Yeah, that's the killer thing right now. Some of my friends in retail as well, like food and services, at least in my country, are still going on. So like delivery services, the essential supermarkets, things like that. Yeah, in other areas, the demand has just gone down. We got Wiga in chat. Hey Wiga, did I just see you on? Yep, that's you. So I used to be on the US server, and then I swapped to EU for the latency whenever I war versus world, so I've been meaning to go back, but I just haven't found the time. What am I doing here? Health tonic? We have one more officer to help out before we go on this mission, wherever we're going to. Now, what I'm hoping to achieve here by this looking in the past type content is I want to learn more about how Bangar brought all the unified char together, and why are they so set on going and getting Jormag. And this is, of course, some lore dive into those of you. But for those of you that
Warband's
play
ready
the game,
to move out, Ryland.
Is that how you address your Centurion, soldier?
Ooh.
That promotion already going to your head, Chief?
He's a big shot now that he's Bangar's golden cub.
All right. Let's get a move on before we freeze our tails off.
That's exactly what I wanted. See interaction with them, trying to understand this steel warband and why are they doing what they're doing. Can I ride the tank? I don't want to walk, so I can check it in chat. So I assume this is going to be an escort mission of some sort? Probably. So while the other public people do the work, I'm going to check it in chat. Midichlorian says, still with Jormag, am I misremembering the big dragon eagle from the North territory? You're correct, it's Jormag. He's one of the last few Elder Dragons remaining in the story right now. We've already taken care of. Well, the last one was Kralkatorrik, the Crystal Dragon, and yeah, that took a long time. And He also says, random thought, if I made an MMO, it would be of retired adventurers in their retirement
Still
homes,
got a mission to complete.
complaining about new adventurers.
You're barely older than the rest of us.
Violent.
Huh. I thought he was like 1,000,000 years old.
That could be a fun MMO premise, huh? Alright, I'm gonna grab some ammo for the tank, just in case I don't get participation credit for just chilling out in the tank. I gotta say, the
Who wants
music.
to go to a Metal Legion concert when this is all over with?
I'm not really into heavy metal.
It doesn't matter if he's playing after you slam down 12 or so Nika bar specials.
Recruits. My panics are for
The looks of
medicinal
things, it looks like we're gonna be
purposes
expanding
and
the
have
map
to
as
be
we
abused
play
for any
on.
psychoactive side effects.
So it's not just like your ordinary strike mission. Lots of other places around. Is there time to go explore?
I have a visual on the enemy. Snipers to my position.
Let's see what this is all about. Nothing. I'm just following this dude. Is there something up there? Well, let's find out. So there's two people who are risking failing the public thing because we're not actively participating right now. We're just doing the jumping puzzles. There's gotta be something up there. Gotta be. Why did he come up all the way here? What's this for? And by the way, my JP skills have improved a lot. A cat? Here, take my spare rifle, train your sights and your enemies.
Go get him.
There was a cat up there with a sniper rifle. How about that?
This is going to hurt.
Go off the beaten path, everybody. And you might find something cool, like a tiny little cat there that just gave me a sniper rifle. I'm gonna take the right side. I'll let Hafina over here on my left take the left. Except my tap target is finding all kinds of different targets. Let's go for that Baron Ice Brew. Bam! This is actually fun. I want to keep this sniper rifle all the way to the end of the mission.
All targets eliminated.
Alright, meantime, I think we're out of enemies. Yep, let's check in chat. Shagger says, I haven't played Guild Wars 2 for about 3 years. If I would start now. Ooh, achievement point for that. Sniping. Yeah. I would be lost, probably. I wouldn't worry about it because, you know, Guild Wars 2 is just one of those games where you can pick up right where you left off. If you just go to your story tab in the UI, you'd see where your last completed personal story is.
That was too easy.
Plus, the gear hasn't changed. Gearing in Guild Wars 2 is the same as it's ever been. If you were rocking, are they called exotics? I think they're rocking gold armor exotics. You're fine. You're fine all the way up to the end game, and then going for ascended gears, really up to you. And legendary, if you ask me, it's all about fashion wars. If you want to look cool, go for it. The bonus isn't really that great, but you can swap out like your runes and things like that. You can customize your weapon freely without needing an upgrade extractor. Oh, boss mod. That's probably what we're here for. I haven't been really paying attention as to why our warband is out here killing all these ice blue prudence. Where are we heading to? Versus you turn to that guy, but you keep your character's class. Yeah, it looks like it. I'm still playing as my guardian. The only thing I don't have is my licks and abilities to use mouse. As you saw earlier from the top of the cliff, I can glide all the way down here, so gliding is in-game, or in this Vision of Bass content. Just no mouse. Everybody's kind of DPS. I'm gonna go to my fire and heal support this group a little bit.
That was too easy.
So far, so good for a public mission like this. When you get a lot of people, great. Now, I don't know if it scales or not. Like, if maybe I were to do this a year from now, where there's only like 2 people in here, will it be difficult? Will it scale? I'm not sure. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change
really believe all that stuff Vanguard's selling?
Well, what's wrong with wanting to be one char? I mean, I think that sounds like a good thing.
We're an independent warband, fighting for a breakaway legion under a rogue imperator. That sound like one char to you?
We're a kick-ass independent warband fighting for whatever you just said.
Or speed buff.
Ryland,
That's why I wanted to.
Right? I get orders and I follow them. That's what a soldier does.
Alright, people, let's go. What they should do is everybody that gets into a public mission should be automatically put into a squad. I know it doesn't work that way because you need a commander to open up a squad here. Because that way you can actually see who needs heals or, oh shit, that's a lot of mobs. Okay, let's go.
They certainly keep me up at night.
Balls out, recruit! I'll buy an ale for anyone who racks up more kills than me.
Oh, there's a side event. Let's see. Kill Tars? Okay, let's go kill some Tars. Come on, Tars. I'm just gonna pull a whole bunch. We gotta kill more than Cinder. I wonder if I pulled too much here. If folks are smart, they'll come to me right now because I just pulled a whole bunch.
Cover the tank, recruit!
Come on, people. I've got the tar.
I'll get the barbecue going.
Looks like we lost. Okay, moving on. Let's catch up with the tank. Hoping this leads to like a real big boss, and then maybe we'll go back and Banger's gonna give us a promotion and tell us his plan about Jormak. That'd be sweet.
I got one. Those flowers are perfect for my tonics.
There's another side quest here, or a side event, which is the same thing back at the camp. He needs alpine blossoms and grub. Oh jeez, what's wrong with
Don't think the tank will make it through that storm, Chief.
If we cut through the ruins, we can
Really?
avoid the blizzard altogether.
Those ruins belong to the Stone Summit dwarves. Slavers. Cannibals. Performers of profane rituals.
Throwing it on him.
Who knows what monstrosities lurk in these
Grubs,
ancient,
alright, he needs grubs
almost
down.
certainly haunted ruins.
Baish, we didn't prep for an evil dwarf excursion.
Send up a flare for reinforcements.
No flare. I got one.
Alright, found the grubs. Nope, somebody took that grub. I'm gonna have to grab my own here. Come here. Oh, no, they run away. Gosh.
That's enough.
Oh, you've
Bring
got
me
to be
what you
kidding.
got.
There we go. No! Somebody else turned in a bunch of grubs. That's it.
This'll put some fur on your
But
chest
I don't
and other
think-
places.
I think we're all sharing the credit anyway. Public perspective. Well, that's much like a public mission like this, so I think we're good. This kind of reminds me of the Bureau Marches Part 1 in the first meta, where you've got portals coming out. If you don't destroy these, you're just going to keep spawning ads. Fun. But the objective says rip open the gate, which I assume... Okay, I see the gate. Okay, that's that. Now let's figure out... Okay, think we have to use the tank, right? So the tank. Oh, it's almost down.
Time to bring down the gate. Use the harpoons.
Nope, we're not done. Harpoon. Which one is that? Harpoon. There we go.
We got him!
That was easy.
Gates open. Steel warband. Move in.
We've done some stupid things before, but this is something else.
Oh, Dwarven ammo crate. Did I just see that? All right, now I'm excited. We're heading to Dwarf. See, by the time I started playing Guild Wars 2, like dwarves, very little of the content. So I'm pretty excited to see dwarves. Where are these? Stone Summit Cannoneer.
There's a vantage point this way.
They're all blocked. Well, maybe there's something in the ammo crate here.
Don't ask me. This was your plan.
Alright, I'm stumped. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Okay, this one's without a bubble. Yeah, I can damage this guy right now, so let's just go help them out. Scrap metal, I assume is going to be for fixing the tank, which is at full health. Let me just double confirm that. If I pick up the scrap metal, if I throw it at the tank, oh, hey, get back here. Are the dwarves all dead? Yeah. So let's check out the tank's health in the top right. Yep, that's a full heal.
We can get to high ground from here.
There's too many of these damn dwarves.
This is great.
They don't seem to be.
Now I'm really interested in learning more about these dwarves. Who are they? Why are they here? I thought they all died out. Now, what's these dark iron munitions? I can't pick them up. Let's try this one. Probably changes the ammo inside the tank. If there's a player in there, you know what, I've got ammo, which is kind of why I'm not doing anything right now, so I'm just going to try and shoot some stuff. Can I reach up there? I'm going to give this a shot. Let's see, Veteran Stone Summit Drake Rider, that one has a CC bar, so I'm going to use the Harpoon. I believe that gets rid of CC, yep. I'm just going to spam this first attack. No line of sight. Hopefully somebody in the side can take care of it. I can use grenades though. So this is interesting. Again, we're like playing a public sort of event that Guild Wars 2 usually does, the public meta, but it's confined to a 10-player version. I will try and understand the reasoning behind the design for something like this, because I think stuff like riding a tank and doing very specific actions, I'm not sure can be pulled off in the open world. So it has to be instanced. I don't know. Well, let's see how far it goes, because look, we started all the way here and the map was kind of closed off, right? So now through this, we've actually opened all the way up to the stone halls. And again, from a story perspective, what I really want to know is what the hell they're doing here, and who are these dwarves. And the fun thing is of course, we're all chars, which is fun, because I've never played a char. Well, I have a char, but I don't play him as much. So to see no other race in here but chars is it's pretty cool. If you ever wonder what an all-char guild would look like, this is it. Now, through all that hustle and bustle of combat over the last 10 minutes coming through the map here, I didn't see if there's any like hidden trinkets or hidden stuff. Like in the first portion where we got the cat up there that gave us a sniper rifle, that was pretty fun. This guy pulled a whole bunch.
And now you die!
Even the wildlife's unhappy with our little intrusion.
Got it.
Who's gonna kill more scalp than me? Give it your best shot!
Alright, Cinder looks like the real combat competitive type thing. We have another side event in which we have to kill more Skelp than her. We're on 4 right now, so that's good. So I think if you really want to get the most out of like your events in this mission thing, a coordinated squad would be pretty easy, because that way you can split them off. Alright, half of you go do that, and half of you go take care of the main tank on the road here. So there could be some replay value if you're doing this again. Again, my concern is in like a year, 2 years from now, when the expansion, the 3rd expansion, which by the way, Canada, finally hits, just how populated will these maps be? I remember seeing the UI coming in here that both public and squad, you needed like 5 to 10 players to be comfortable in here, so this is not solo friendly, maybe? I don't know. Balance skill.
I'll get the barbecue going.
I just noticed we're not getting XP at all for this. Like my XP bar hasn't moved. And there's no like meta meter or something. Like, you know, in Verdant Brink when you do the nighttime meta, you see the progress bar. I don't see any of that. So here we go. Traverse the Ruins, Champion Stone Summit Drake Rider.
Let's stack up.
Oh, more of this collecting stuff.
Just putting this out there. Still got that flare.
Negative. We do this on our own.
We're fighting dwarves. Like, I think it's like the first time I'm actually openly fighting dwarves like this in Guild Wars 2.
I have a visual on the enemy. Snipers to my position.
That's enough. Bring me what you got.
Okay, snipers to her position. I don't see her anywhere. Yeah,
Would have been heavy on the mushrooms.
The boss here.
Couldn't kill you.
He's so small. He's a dwarf. What do you expect? It says Drake Rider, but I don't see any Drakes nearby. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. Because if his pet, like, mouth Drake comes out right now, that would be sweet. We're just taking the camera on my foot right now. It's the side objective there, reach a vision at the top of the ruins. So I guess doing all those little side objectives really gives you more achievement points, maybe?
Get your back against the wall!
You know how hard it is to steer this thing?
Do I have ammo? I do, so I'm gonna go in the tank right now and just throw some grenades up there. Except I can't. No line of sight, damn. Back down for me. Defend the warband, so we're cutting this corner right now. This is going all guns blazing now.
This is going to hurt.
Another minute left to defend the warband. That dwarf's heading straight for the tank. No, you didn't.
I got one.
Damn, you have to stab off. Do health time real quick. At least you're getting loot. Not getting the XP here. Let me just double confirm that, because I don't see any XP markers in the official bug. 30 seconds left. Gosh, where are all these doors coming from?
That was too easy.
They drop a ton of dark iron munitions too. Just pick one up. Seven seconds. We pretty much got this. The tank is at near full health. So, oh, my health. I think we're good.
The tank can't swim!
Recruits, get that bridge extended!
Copy that. So while we leave the NPCs behind with all the dwarves, let's see what happens here. Find a way across the gap. Ow. Ah, we gotta just go right and step on it. Well, I'll do it then. Except, I don't know how to cross. There's one up there. I see. Gotcha. Somebody get up there. Get up there. Go, 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 Chart, go. So that's two. Now the third one. Alright, so if we've got three people doing it, then screw it. Okay, there we go. We got the bridge. Go, go, go. No more doors. No more doors. Well, we missed one right up there. Doesn't matter. I'll cover the back. Interesting so far. I mean, it's a moving narrative, an objective, where we're just looking back and playing through Ryland's warband's origins, I think it is. Because we're getting to see the other characters in his story arc. Oh.
I think you know what I'm about to say.
Shoot the damn flare!
Alright, let's do this. Have we begun? We have. Oh, there's flame portals too. Alright, so this is a public instance again, so there's really no way to delegate without putting it in chat or something. Yikes. And we've got no control over the tank as well. That's just gonna drive itself. Ah, okay, I see where I'm needed.
Recruits, handle those portals!
One portal down. Just put the guns here. Where's the other one? Let's go straight for that. Mortal health, 60%. Doing support duty. What? Raid mechanics for a bit there. Just getting something dropped on me.
Tanks in position! Now's our chance to harpoon that thing!
Oh, somebody in the tank. Come on, harpoon it. Oh, we're gonna need more than that. Well, I'm gonna use all my ammo real quick because I'm pretty sure I can pick up more ammo here. Is it actually doing damage? It is. So this is interesting. In a public group, we have to keep an eye out for portals, we have to keep an eye out for the tank's health, and break the CC bar when that comes up. So there's a lot going on. We got Wasabi in chat. Hey, Wasabi. Fuck, I'm getting spoiled. I didn't warn you. I mean, it's release day. And I like to play on release. Just get it out of the way. So I've got time to do everything else, like the exploration. And what the hell? And that twitch just came out of nowhere here. Okay, tank's going. See, now I'm really panicking, like, where am I best needed to help as the support? teleport probably here, close portals. It's a pretty long mission too, like if you only have like 10 minutes and you're thinking of coming on and doing the first public mission for Visions of the Past, it is not quick at all. And depending on how many people you have in your instance as well, I think we got a full 10. Oh, blast wall runes triggered, where? What wall runes? I am so lost right now. I do not see wall runes. Oh, CC bars up. Harpoon. Harpoon.
You got him!
At this phase, I think everybody needs to enter the tank and hit the number 3 skill just to break that CC buff faster. I'm not gonna need some dark munitions here. Only 5 per stack? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, this is gonna be so messy.
Calling reinforcements! Take out the portal!
So portals respawn, so if we're not DPSing him fast enough, this is gonna take a while. My browser just shut off by itself. That's not good. Hopefully, I'll just fix my browser real quick. I need to see my preview page. Get back here. Standing crap.
Recruits! Bring it down with the harpoons!
Harpoon, everybody get in the tank and hit number 3. Come on, that's your CC breaker for the tank. CT. Alright, this has to be said.
You can't leave those portals up!
Oh, achievement point for just collecting ammo? Okay. There's just so many things to try and figure out in your first run through here. I have not had a chance to open up the achievement page and see exactly what else. Pretty much all the usual things.
Recruits, handle those portals!
Where? Do not see. Oh, far side. It's almost half off. Like, it's not there yet, but it's getting there.
Recruits, bring it down with the harpoons!
Harpoon, everybody get in the tank, go! Holy shit, come on. I think this needs all 10 of us for like the perfect CC break.
That's what I'm talking about!
59%. It's gonna be a while. Gonna have to make the rounds and grab ammo here. Yeah, the ammo runs are real quick. Like, if you spam the tank's abilities, you'll notice that it just goes by so fast. Really, that's crap. Tanks are full. I need more munitions here. Munitions. Alright, there's one way back there.
Bring it down with the harpoon!
Harpoon. CC. I'm just gonna spam grenades.
Recruits, handle those portals!
And back to the first arrow.
Looks like we're on our own. Recruit, hold the line!
I've got like 50 of these. It's not taking any more damage. This is gonna be a long fight. This is one of those times where you kind of wish Guild Wars 2 had like in-game puts everybody in the party, and then you can just get on the voice comms and just shout out what needs to be done. But you know what? It's launch day. We're all figuring it out. I'm gonna have more patience today. We're gonna get this through. We're gonna see this through, rather. Oh, okay. So I'm guessing munitions are grenades, and yeah, the dark part of munitions are grenades. Oh, stone cannon. Hang on, stone cannon. What's that? What's this precious? Is that a bazooka? Launches a projectile. Alright, I'm gonna go straight for blast.
Recruits, bring it down with the harpoon!
Hey, in your face. Out of reach. It sucks. Too late. It's out of reach.
Nice shot!
Time to just spam my ammo here. We got Mazidi in chat. Hey, Mazidi. What's up, bro? Oh, you're up late. It's almost 2 o'clock here. 38%. The good news is I haven't...
We can't leave those portals up!
Just as I was about to say it, we got portals. And it's taken care of. Thank you. Yes. Keep picking up munitions. I need a crate of ammo as well because I finished all. At this for almost 10 minutes now, more than that.
Keep in position! Now's our chance to harpoon that thing!
Alright, here we go, harpoon. Come on, everybody, let's go. More than half now, okay, good. Now we're just gonna have to spam what munitions we got.
Having fun back there? Oh, didn't see that one coming.
Oops, I'm out of ammo. Oh boy. Portals.
Calling reinforcements! Take out the portal!
Down over there. Like, I can't tell how many we have in here right now. Like, in the event, what if somebody leaves? Whoever joins the public mission, will they get into like our base right where we have? I'm not sure how that works. Oops, let's try that one. Where's the other one? Come on, guys, keep at it. You need to go to like the bathroom, hang in there. You got this.
Keep in position! Now's our chance to harpoon that thing!
Alright, here we go. Harpoon. Tank is at half health. That's not good. We need to find some. I need to go grab scrap metal. No one else is gonna do it. 20%. Oh, tank.
That was too easy.
I'm going now. guys. Nobody. Oh, somebody just healed me. Okay, that's good. Nope, it's going down again. What happens if you run out of stuff? Like, I see the munitions restocking by itself, but I'm just worried that we'll just run out. Stop. Oh, I missed it. I got it.
I got one.
Okay, one portal down. Still have another portal here. Lots of multitasking. What's that? Collected 25 supply drops. That's one achievement point. Okay, tank needs a bit of healing. Oh man, it's gonna take a while to get used to this one. Some more harpoon phases.
Calling reinforcements. Take out the portal.
Get it down. Oh, yeah, that's cheating. We got rid of the portal and then it spawned ads. That's not how that works. Okay, I think I have enough munitions to just shoot stuff at the boss now, so let's go ahead and try. Throw some grenades. Out of range, it says. Got that one. 9%.
That's what I'm talking about!
Around 8%, I'm gonna shoot all my arrows. Bang, 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 bang. 7%. I'm up. Don't regret more. %. Come on, guys, keep spamming it. Oh, tank is getting swarmed here. Ooh, ow, ow, ow. Hang in there, Kron, I got you.
Takes in position! Now's our chance to harpoon that thing!
2%. Come on, everybody, get in there. Holy crap.
Down he goes! Steel and fire, baby!
Guess we didn't need the flare after all.
Never a doubt in my mind. Everybody okay?
We're all in one piece.
That was long and hard work. So here we are at the end of the public mission, and there's a stone summit chest. Let's go ahead and open that. Okay, there's your XP. Let's see. Speak of karma, bag of coins, unidentified gear pretty much, so. And then we have a Blood Legion commendation chest. Legion, yeah. So this is for if you did any of the extra stuff. Looks like crafting materials to me. What's up, ingots?
At ease, soldiers. Centurion Steelcatcher. We were expecting the tank at Biora's Pass. Complications with the storm, sir. Had to take a detour. If you had everything under control, why the distress signal? Miscalculation, sir. I see. The storms hit us pretty hard, so Centurion Steelcatcher and I will find an alternate route through the pass.
I can provide a security detail, sir.
The Imperator's given his orders. Stand by and await further instructions, soldier.
Alright, so that's one mission done. Forging steel completed. Let's see. Mastery, kill the strongbox, karma. And of course, there's no new masteries for this one. You do get an achievement point. As for the rewards, green profit shards. That's what you need. If you go back to the Iron North, some of the vendors have that stuff that you can trade. We'll go take a look later on. I get 4 of them. And then we have a steel warband weapon box. This weapon in this box unlocks a journey to acquire multiple versions of their appearances. So here's what we're gonna do. Let me just open all the other crap first. The green crystals doesn't appear to be... Hang on. Yep, so it's a currency. It goes straight into your wallet. Now let's go and open this chest. Let's see. Blood Legion Flame Saw. That sounds interesting. Let's go take a look at that. Oh, that's pretty sweet if you're a Char and you're dressed up, you know, from the Grothmar Valley Rock Concert outfit. Pistol. So most of my characters run... Oh, you can also pick shards. So tell you what, I'm going to hold on to this first and see if there's anything worth getting with those shards before I actually pick a weapon. Because in terms of weapons, I'm all set. I don't need like a whole new collection. Unless, of course, I'm chasing the achievement points, which not really. So let's go and go out. As for the story, okay, we took the tank. We went through this dwarven pass to get to Bangor, I guess where they're camping prior to going and seeing Jormag. And now Bangor just come out and said that he wants Ryland to go alone. They'll go through a separate version of the pass or whatever. So that leaves my character, I don't know who his name is or whatever, left with the others, so let's go ahead and see what they have to say.
Great. I love waiting around for orders.
Might as well clean my rifle. So let's see, what are you gonna do after this mission?
Eat? Don't know if you've heard, but I have a proclivity for steak, meat pie, sausage, all manner of dead animal, really. One year I scared Renault at 𝑮𝒂𝒍𝒊𝒍. If you've never had Doliac, I recommend it. When you get the sear just right, it's got phenomenal flavor and mouthfeel. Damn it, recruit. You've made me hungry. Thanks a lot.
Next up. Oh wait, not done?
Great. I love waiting around for orders.
I know. So much fun. I'm starting to like New Ryland. Cinder's been kind of worried since he became Centurion, but I don't see what the big deal is. If I'm being honest, I think Ryland's got an alluring, masculine thing going on. Once you start climbing the ladder, you gotta see how high it goes. It's like catnip. Personally, ladders don't do it for me. I'm happy as long as I have a big gun and things to shoot at.
Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna skip all this. Let's move the story along. When I play through it on a second character, I'll learn more. That's it though. I mean, if you missed anything along the way, like, I don't know, any hidden stuff, achievement, you can always come back or go back. It's just gonna take a long while because, again, there are no mounts. Mounts are not allowed in this mission, so you're gonna have to do it on foot. So if you're hunting stuff, hey, bring speed buffs, use a class that have plenty of self-speed buffs and things like that. Guardian, Warriors, Mesmers, Revenant. Hey? I can't enter the next instance, y'all. What's up? Go deeper into vision past. Oh, it's not letting me go. Let's try this again. Oh, okay, so just weird. You get to go through the big bubble at the end. Alright, so that's one look back. Now, I wonder why Aurene asked us to check that one out. What was so significant about that? At least we got to see who the Warband are, and if there's any information that Ryland has passed down to them that we're gonna go find out. Or, I don't know. I haven't played through this thing. This looked like a first playthrough. There could be a twist. Maybe Ryland, in the end, is leaving, like, crumbs to show that he's actually not on Bangor's side, but more like he's an inside source for us. I don't know. So here we are back in the Eye in the North. And I guess we can straight away continue Darkmire Dells. No, Darkrime Dells. Let me just see if that is the correct order here, just in case I've missed something. Yep, it's the correct order. Hang on, I'm going to stay in the world first. I want to go and see what my 4 green prophecy crystals, or whatever you want to call them, can buy. Well, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and buy everything. Trading post wrap, that's going to cost 3 mystic coins. I'll take it. Specialist vendors for 10
Urge
laurel.
to kill rising.
I'll take it.
Let's see the color of your
all
coin.
the crafting stations,
How
which
can I
just
help
has artificer's tools, and well, it's a good thing I have them. And as you can see at the bottom right of the minimap, you get achievements for unlocking all these stuff.
I didn't see you there.
And done. Now, take a look at the map. It's more complete. It has become my own little hub. There you go. Oh, that's cool. So the crafting tables are all glowy and almost holographic. Okay, it works. Sweet. Now where's that vendor? Is it this one? No, it's this one. What will you trade for shards? Okay, so green prophet crystal.
Seize the moment.
Oh, okay. I have a green prophet shard, not a crystal, and you need 20 shards to get 1 crystal. Understood. So I'm guessing now that this person...
Yes, it is I, Senior Crystallographer Smoxy. You may be familiar with my thaumaturgical graduate thesis, Asymmetric Crystalline Refraction of Magical Waves. Counselor Zudo described it as subversive, fascinating, and pretty good. I need quality crystals to continue my groundbreaking research. None of that low-grade human garbage.
Excelsior.
No offense. Bring me
Damn.
crystals, and I'll reward you handsomely. Plus a special thanks in my next paper, which I assure you is great exposure and could land you a dream internship with the Inquest.
No thank you. Holy shit, do you even know who you're talking to? Oh my god. Man, Asura's... unbelievable. Alright, here. Let's trade some crystals. Alright, so this is the vendor for Visions of the Past that you want to check for all the rewards and stuff. So there are minis that you can unlock, but you need to complete an achievement first before you can unlock these minis. Pristine Fang of the Whisper, that's a trophy. Legendary Whisper of Jormak, check that out. You need to have that achievement before you can get this one. So, okay, these ones require shards as well, not just crystals. So you're gonna have to, it's a juggling act between the 2 currencies. You can get crystals to drop from strike missions, and then you can get shards to drop from these public story missions that we've been doing. Blessed Raven statue. It's a trophy. Essential Oil of Shadows. Deltramore gear, Frozen Spark. No idea what this is for. Later on. Next up, here we go. These are the crystals. Stabilized prophet crystals. These are for crafting. Oh, that's a lot. See, I'm not good with colors and shards and crystals and currencies, so this is going to take a while to digest. Hopefully somebody will have a guide for all this stuff during the weekend, so when I come back to grind. Oh, hey now. Here we go. You can get a chest with a piece of ascended armor for 150 red shards, and they increase the better the gear. So like chest pieces cost 400, and then they take gold as well. Well, if you need Guild Wars 2, there's no point in wasting your shards on these. There are easier ways to get ascended gear, trust me. Cheaper ways to. This is not worth it. In fact, if you're an exotic, just stay in exotics. You don't need this stuff. Healer and Defender. DPS, heal and defend. And then you've got weapons as well. Well, I suppose... the skins are different, which is why you want to collect them, if that's what you're after. I don't know. That's it. That's all there is to the vendor. Everyone's chilling out over there. Let me go see what's up.
Eat my dust!
Runic Armor Smith.
You buying something?
Bring me raw materials from your exploits and I'll make you runic armor that the scouts won't shut up about. Let's see what you can do. Ah, right.
I pray to the spirits of the wild.
New armor set. Here we go. So these are all skin locked, so that's how I know they're new. 75 gold. That's a lot. And you need these things too. Oh, so that's what those are for. The trophies are actually for grabbing some of these gear sets. If you do not want to spend 75 gold. Got medium armor variant and of course light armor variants. Let's take a look at the heavy armor because that's what I can wear. Not my type. Maybe for some Norns out there or Chars that may look good. Not for me. Nah. Oh, cool. If you want to collect that stuff. Vegan chat says, I always wanted to be in the Inquest. I guess a lot of Asuras do. Playing as the bad side, huh? I mean, to be fair, Inquest has got some pretty sweet, like, costumes. Like the one that I really like, I think it's called... You know, the Inquest exosuit thing. I have the normal exosuit version somewhere here. The Dynamics exosuit, but the Inquest one is the one I really want because that actually looks pretty cool. There you go, that one. Not in those colors though. In like the default red. So that's that, guys. This is the Eye in the North. Your new hub, and everybody's chilling out here. I guess this will be pretty popular for a couple of months down the line.
How do you do?
So shall we move on then? I want to strike while the iron is hot because
How can I help you?
I'll never get another chance if like activity for the public missions die down. Then I don't want to do this stuff solo because this is gonna take forever.
Respite. Recover. Return.
So let's move the story along. And again, spoilers for those of you that are maybe watching from work or whatever. Watch another day, go back home, play through it yourself, and return to the stream, and maybe we'll compare notes and share stuff. So what? My story markers disappeared. Oh, there you go. Dark Rime Delves. Oh. Maybe there's just too many people doing it. Did I lose it? Instance crate fail error 1306. Hang on, let me just check the list of known issues and see if this is a known thing or not. Don't see anything. No list, so let's go ahead and keep trying it. Oh, third time's a charm. Come on, let me in. Nothing. This is kind of annoying. Well, not as bad as maybe the last episode when the world boss came out, Drakkar. We couldn't do the meta the whole stream.
Eat my dust!
On launch day too, that got pretty annoying. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna log out to the main menu and come back in and see if that fixes this. It could be a client-side thing. It just could be me. If there's anybody playing through the new content as you're watching this, let me know in chat if this is happening to you. Are you failing to get into like this missions? Are you going through the same thing I'm going through? Wait a minute, it's putting me back at in the last mission. I'm pretty sure that was called Forging Steel. No, I do not want to do that again. That was long. The last part, anyway, with the final boss. I reckon that's about an hour. It took me an hour to complete that in a public group. No. Not tonight. I've never seen this one before. Network error. The inability to connect to the Guild Wars 2 may be caused by internet routing issues or server network failure. That's a first. Okay, time to log in again. See what's up. Hang there, guys. We're gonna be seeing like a black screen for a couple of seconds. We got Chris Reed in chat, says, yo, yo, yo. Yo, Chris, what's up? Unfortunate timing. The game just disconnected me. I've been trying to get into the second public mission. Dark Rim Forest or Delve or whatever it was called. Not exactly crashing. I just got booted out. Like, the game won't create the second story instance that I need to progress, so hopefully now, after a proper relog, it should fix things. Managed to do the first one so far. We got Nevada. Hey, Nevada says, is this Living World 5? It's... well, I guess you could call it that. They're calling it the Iceroot Saga now, but it is technically correct. It's the 5th sort of Living World content drop, known as the Iceroot Saga. We've already had... this is the 4th one, even though it's not the 4th episode. We had the prologue. We've got episode 1 and 2 already out, and this is like the in-between Visions of the Past, where we're looking back at some relevant content, which I am sure will build up to the 3rd episode, which is the 5th overall content drop, which will be coming after this one.
Embrace simplicity.
Okay, so I'm back online again, and I'm still on the Dark Rim Delves part of the story, so let's go ahead and see if it will create an instance for me, and we'll move on with this.
I didn't see you.
Yes. Oh. What do you mean permission denied? Let me try doing it from the scrying pool. No, I don't want to do that. That's the first mission. That's the one I already spent an hour doing and have completed.
Eat my dust!
I'm just gonna keep spamming it for like a couple of minutes.
Refreshing.
No. Maybe a quick port out and a port back in, change of regions. Who knows? I'm just gonna try all kinds of in-game troubleshooting while I now visit the Guild Wars 2 forums to see if anybody has anything to say about that. Yep, 1 hour ago, there's a Twitter post that says, we found a late-breaking bug in the Dark Rim Delve story instance that could block encounter progress. We're currently working on a fix and we'll have it to you as soon as we can. So there it is. That is an official statement from Guild Wars 2 on their Twitter page. This is a known issue. If you're on the same story step as I am, the second one, Dark Rim Delves, then there's a game-breaking bug at the moment. Oh, well, at least, you know, I've got 11 characters, so if progress is borked on one And if I can't reset that, I have a second character, I'll just take it through. And the thing is, I've got 3 guardians, so I'll just take another guardian and go through that story. So I'm gonna go back here. Let's go back. In the north. Where are you? All the way top. So looking at the Twitter feed, it apparently, because they brought back Season 1 as well, there's 4 missions you can do from Season 1. Somebody in here is posting that Season 1 is also blocked progress. Can you fix Season 1? Oh, it says having to play Steel and Fire before you can play Season 1 doesn't fix the gap in the story progression. So I guess what they're saying is if you want to go back and do Season 1, you gotta play through the new story content first. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. We got Trevor in chat. Hey Trevor, just there was another guy rolling in and out doing the same thing you were. I mean, that's the first like troubleshooting thing that comes to your mind because of how Guild Wars 2 activates the next area or instance just by proximity distance. So the closer you got to one of these instance triggers, you get that notification pop up. So like going back in and out, I'm just hoping to trigger something here. But Guild Wars 2 officially said this is a known issue. It is a bug preventing progress. Yep. So there goes the story plans I had tonight, guys, to stream. I really wanted to finish Visions of the Past on stream. So there's a couple of things we can do. One, we wait for an official fix. Not sure how long it's going to take them to do this. That tweet was posted an hour ago. And usually Guild Wars 2 doesn't really do downtime maintenance. They don't like take the game down for 2, 3, 4 hours, patching a fix and bring it back up. It's usually just a client reset. Like you'll get a notification saying there's a new build available. If you don't log out in 10 minutes or whatever, you're gonna get booted. That's how they do it. The other thing I could do is try some Season 1 stuff. Hopefully that'll work. So yeah, I guess we'll do a little bit of Season 1 and then I'll wait until our internet kind of fixes that. And yeah, we'll carry on maybe the next day or in the morning or whatever. It's 2 in the morning here. Look at the mini map at the bottom there. It's 2 in the morning where I'm at. So I'm pretty conscious of not going to go too late too. So let's go to the scrying pool. View the Eye of the North before your friends arrived here. So this is how you get to the Season 1 content. Now Season 1, for those that don't remember or don't know, is Scarlet's War. And it retells, or hopefully this will retell the story of how a lot of these Guild Wars 2 characters come into your side. People like Bram and Rox, Timey, of course. Those 2 ladies, names not coming to me right now. And you also get to see how Lion's Arch changed. It was totally different before Scarlet's War. Then it got destroyed and rebuilt and everything, so. Okay, here I am. There's like no prompt whatsoever. Okay, let's go through this. Welcome to the Eye in the North. Ages ago, when the Great Destroyer stirred, the Even Vanguard held his bastion of hope and joined forces with a special hero to prevent the destruction of us all. Are you dead, my buddy? Well, this is the same stuff that you get when you come here for the first time if you have that portal here from Guild Wars 1.
Hello, stranger.
Okay, let's move on. Hopefully deeper. Alright, historians over there. I do not see any story prompts. So is what that person's saying back on Twitter true, that you need to finish the entirety of Visions of the Past in order to unlock Season 1 content? Now that's stupid. Because if there's progress blocking the season right now like it is for me, and if I can't do Season 1, I can't do a damn thing tonight.
May you find the path home.
Show me my legacy. Oh yeah, so for playing Guild Wars 1, this is I guess where you come and get all your stuff.
For Ascalon.
Yeah, there's nothing here for me. Nothing at all. The issue says just play another MMO. There's gonna be separate days for that. Final Fantasy 14 next, of course, because I'm gonna do the raid and the ruby weapon thing, which I have not done, and I'm saving that for a live stream. So this weekend, hopefully. Yep, nothing here for me. And of course, Elder Scrolls whenever the chapter hits. And I've also been thinking about like a new. I don't want to do it daily, but I want to do like a weekly stream series. I just need some ideas. You guys want me to go back to, in the past, like play an MMO I've never played, level it all the way to level cap, do it in a stream series, or is it just gonna be random things? Give me ideas if you guys have them, because at this moment I'm just focusing on making videos, and streaming hasn't really, I haven't had much time for it. But considering the situation we're all in around the world, I've got more time for it now, which is ironic and sad. Oh, fuck. So that brings tonight's stream to a screeching halt. And Enrico says, Cass and Marjorie, yes, those are the two ladies I was talking about. So season 1, you get to meet all these characters, and of course, that's how they appear in season 2. For players like myself, when we just joined in, season 2 was the in thing, and we're all wondering, who are these people? They weren't there in the base game story when we're taking on the first Zaitan, that Elder Dragon. And then suddenly you've got all these characters coming out of nowhere, like, who the hell are you? So I guess all these other people here are just like stuck. Well, good opportunity to also look at some of the new stuff. I've got mail. What's in the mail? What's this? What? 17 hours old. Okay, this one. Havelheim, at the request of your allies, the Arcane Council have routed Sims to patch a team to reactivate the Azure Gate at the Eye of the North. I'm pleased to tell you that the main gate is now patched into the modern network. That's basically it. That's the first letter that you get that brings you to this waypoint, which is already unlocked, so you don't need to have access to that portal stone that other players previously had to come here in the first place. And of course, Orien's taken up residence here anyway, so that's Orien. For those that don't play Guild Wars 2, you're wondering who the heck that thing is, or who's that dragon. Well, that's her on my t-shirt too, so that's what all the fuss is all about. I think since season 2, building up into Heart of Thorns, watching this dragon grow and everything, she's become an integral part of the story, her and her family. There's just so much lore to dive into with Guild Wars 2. On another day when I'm had enough sleep, maybe we'll get into it. Zanusha says, just pick an MMO and level a character to the max and do all the side quests on stream. Oh my god. ESO in Final Fantasy would be perfect. Okay. 2 things about that. Elder Scrolls Online, maybe. That'll be a great game to do side quests. Because Elder Scrolls Online, most of the side quests, of course, well, correction, all the quests are fully voiced. So there's not a whole lot of, in between, reading or whatever. You can just focus on what the NPC's saying. And of course, they don't do a whole lot of fetch and kill bluntly, too. It's not that straightforward, not that black and white. It's usually figure out a murder mystery, solve a family problem, that kind of thing. So ESO is great for that. Final Fantasy 14, on the other hand, has some of the worst side quests I've ever done in an MMO. I'm sorry, but this is true for me, at least leveling up. So I would probably pick ESO for that. But it is into consideration. I will take that, and I will remember that. Because I really wouldn't mind ESO, since we're leading up to the Greymore chapter anyway. Okay, let's look at the gem store. I know we have some new stuff. We get some new items here. Glacial weapon skins. Black Lion chest keys are on sale. Now there's a few reasons why they do this. Usually the Black Lion, like Guild Wars 2's loot boxes, they get updated with every new update. And but this one, the key's on sale as well. And the other thing to note is that the anniversary is around the corner, and that's usually when I would personally stock up on keys, because the anniversary stuff is the best looking stuff all year round. Tempting, but I'm gonna save my money in case this COVID-19 lockdown gets too bad and I'm out of a job. I need that money to buy food and shit. That's depressing. That conversation, self-conversation, took a turn for the worst. Let me just refresh Twitter here. Skill Wars 2 deployed the fix. Nope.
I'm at your service.
Well, it's only 2:30. I'll probably go to bed at 3:30. So I'm gonna run the story on another character. Let's do... Let's do Hunter. Ranger, sorry. Let's do Ranger. This time, I'm not gonna focus on the objectives. The last time we did it, or the first time I did it, the Guardian, 4 green prophet shards, or whatever you call it, was like the most interesting reward from the end chest of the first mission. The other stuff were all crafting resources, which, you know, to be fair, if you're into making legendaries or selling stuff on the auction house for money, good for you, but crafting mats just don't do anything for me anymore. I'm not crafting anything anytime soon. So I'm going to straight away jump into the Hall of Monument content on a new character, and let's see if I get the same issue with progress breaking. And if this one F's up, I've got like 9 others to go. Come on, Guild Wars 2, put out that patch. Alright, I'm going to start the new story straight away.
Champion, I've peered into the abyss of time during your absence. There's something you should see.
Time to do some real damage.
Of course, this whole Eye in the North new hub thing is account-wide, right? So just remember, if you bought everything, bought all the upgrades, it's going to be here for your account. So don't worry about spending all the extra gold again. And I forgot what it required. I know one of it used 50 gold.
How can I could outrun a centaur?
Which vendor that was. I think it was the bank or the auction house. But I think there's a total of like 100 gold to unlock everything here. Well, let's move on.
Your wounds have mended.
Still a bit sore. Can't wait to return the favor to Bangar.
His army grows as more charge effect to his cause. In time, he will march north and awaken Jormag. Tyrians who align themselves with elder dragons historically bring disaster. Present company excluded. Jormag's motives are unknowable, even to me.
I could outrun a centaur.
Will they end the cycle of rebirth, or will they bring
annihilation?
I searched the scrying pool for answers, combing through visions of the past for some way to break the cycle. I haven't found any, but I witnessed something interesting, and I want you to see it.
Good. So here's what's going to happen. I did the first mission with a public group, right? So this time I'm going to matchmake. Well, there's no matchmaking here. I am going to see if there's a pre-existing group up, and we're going to do it in a proper sort of squad. Where is it? Where am I looking? There we go. Steel and Fire. Forging Steel, NM Duel. What? There's requirements now required? Are people really doing that? 250 LI, 2 heal, rest DPS. Challenge moat. So no one's gonna do it. See, 2 heal, rest DPS in this one. I don't know if they already have enough DPS or if they're waiting on heals. That one's full. So people are like advertising the pugs like how you normally do for like a dungeon or something, which is pretty interesting. Because I did it in a pug, as you saw, over the last hour, and it's totally doable. It just took a long time because there's no coordination, especially in the final boss fight. Now, if we're doing it in a squad like this, where there is an active commander who maybe knows what's going on, this could go pretty smoothly. So let's see. I'm gonna join this one and see what's up. I'm gonna have to join his squad too, and of course he can look at me and sort of inspect my stuff, figure out I'm a DPS. And there's 2 spots left for his healer, so hopefully I'm not taking any healing spots. What? Half title can be BS for healer. So what they're doing is they're linking all their sort of armor and chat just to show, you know, the uberness. Like for me, when it comes to public DPS, I mean DPS, healing's healing. If you're doing the strike missions and you want to go for like the timed hard mode challenges and stuff, then it's fine really, because that way you're advertising for the best DPS. For this public squad thing, okay, I see. Yeah, so they want people with 250 LI. They want everybody with legendaries, full legendaries, or you're gonna get kicked. So I left that group. So this is a thing with Guild Wars 2. You're gonna come across groups like this, even for stuff like what do you call those mini dungeons they have? Fractals. These things happen a lot, which is why even today I saw on Reddit for Guild Wars 2 like people complaining about the elitism that happens in the game. Like the strike mission changes and everything with Guild Wars 2. There's a lot of elitist groups out there that just won't accept maybe new blood or don't spend the time to train people, which is true and also not true, because in Guild Wars 2, really decent community, good bunch of people, depending on what guild you're in or what time zone or what server you play. You just have to find like the right mix. Like public.
What are you waiting for? The scrying
Well, at this
pool's
time
ready.
zone, I'm not going to get any other group unless I start one on my own.
Don't tell me
and
you're
call it
afraid
like a
of a
beginner's
little
run or
water.
something like that. Which I am in no mood to
What
do
are you
tonight,
waiting
so
for?
let's just go
The
ahead
scrying pool's ready.
and join another public one. Let's just see how it goes. Please don't take another 2 hours for this one. Oh god. And maybe if I join this one and it's already at like the final boss, let's see if that actually happens, because I don't remember ever joining a strike mission which uses the same sort of matchmaking mechanics that this one has, where the strike has already started. I've not encountered that with Guild Wars 2. It's usually when you try and join one of these, they put you at the very beginning. Yep, just like that. How many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so I don't see Ryland anywhere. So what's going to happen here, I think, or what's happening now, I think is we're waiting for more players. I think when we have enough in this instance, then it begins. So it's pretty much a waiting game. Oh, but I'm really, really bummed out. This is 2 releases in a row now. Shadow in the Ice came out bugged on the day that I wanted to stream, launch day, which was the Drakkar fight. Otherwise, I got the story done pretty fine. Tonight's arguably worse though, because when you block me out of the story, there's nothing for me to stream. I wanted to stream the story tonight. So on the weekend we can work on the other things like Season 1 and maybe do some of the strike stuff. I'll give it a couple of minutes. I'll give it 5 minutes. In the meantime, my favorite source, Reddit. Let's see what Reddit players are saying. Or if there's like a fix around the bugs. In the meantime, reminder as I read through this stuff. If you have absolutely no reason to go out, or, you know, stay at home, you guys. Wash your hands, don't touch your face. Oh, fuck. Which I probably did during the stream many, many times without knowing. Because I like to do that a lot. But I did use sanitizer before I started the stream. In fact, I should buy a bottle and put it somewhere here for the next stream. Let's see. Players are complaining about a nerf to Obsidian Flesh, which is a skill that makes the Elementalist invulnerable while it's channeled. Oh, this is now a skill that is channeled. I guess that was because of a bug from earlier on. There's new legendaries that they're called the Mist legendaries. That's pretty cool. Okay, this one's pretty good. Group content required for story completion. The latest story, and this is someone posting this, the latest story requires 5 to 10 men instance content in order to complete it. ArenaNet has not required group content for story since the original Zaitan fight, which they later changed to be soloable. See, I did not know that. I joined Guild Wars 2 way later than that. Making group content required for the story is a step backwards. I prefer my first playthrough of new story content to be done solo so that I don't have the distraction of another player. Now, not only do I need another player, but if my friends aren't online and are willing to do it with me, I'm stuck with randoms, who are even more of a disruption to my enjoyment of lore and story. I know ArenaNet wants to push players into trying out strikes, but this is not the way to do it. A chapter in my story journal should not require group content. So that's an interesting piece of feedback. It's one of the most upvoted ones in here too. Oh, have we started? No, that was just somebody using the buff. See, I can't tell if we've started or not because there isn't. I don't have the thing here. We got Ronnie in chat. Hey, Ronnie says, hey there, what MMORPGs are you guys playing right now? Is Guild Wars 2 worth it? I'm playing Guild Wars 2 right now on stream because they've just released brand new content. This is called Visions of the Past, Steel and Fire, which is something interesting for Guild Wars. We're looking back story-wise, and there's some new instance mechanics and things like that. Is it worth playing right now? I mean, sure. Have you played it in the past? If you haven't, Yeah, the base game is free. You can make an account, jump in, and play through most of the game's content until you hit the expansions. And then you can grab those and sale. But you can go all the way up to the level cap and play the vanilla story content, no problem. As for is it worth it? It's on a trajectory. Guild Wars 2 has a good year, has a so-so year, and this year they just announced a new expansion. Your communication with the content's been better, but all that won't matter if you don't like the gameplay. So check out the combat, check out the end game if that's your thing. Oh, it says I played it a lot between 2012 and 2014, but I had a long break. Yeah, a lot's changed, man. A lot's changed in those 6 years they've been away. For starters, there's 2 expansions since then, Heart of Thorns, Path of Fire. Both have new mechanics, gliding and mounts. The story has gotten better since the base game. Well, I know that's a little subjective, but the base game's main story, after personal, and then going into the Zaitan, it got pretty dull. And then Season 2 and onwards, it really picks up, because that's where you start from, Season 2. If you miss Season 1, then it gets better and better and better. It just builds. But it takes a while to get there.
The Steel Warband's a well-oiled machine.
This tank's gonna be a well-oiled machine once
Right, you're just joining the stream. This entire instance is a public instance, requires 5 to 10 players. It hasn't started for some reason, even though I think we have 5 already. 1, 2, 3, 4,
start something.
5, 6.
Watch
See, what I would
yourself,
like to see happen is if you hit 5 players, that's the requirement to start it. And then you keep the instance open until you get to hit the cap, which is 10, and then you shut it off. And if somebody leaves in while the mission's progressing, then maybe you can bring someone in, although that might suck if they came in from the story, but they're forced to do it at a later part of the mission because somebody else dropped out. Now, sitting around in here waiting for the exact number 10 people to start a mission is... I don't get it. It shouldn't be this way. I think something's wrong. Because the first time I did this tonight on my Guardian, I think we started with less players. We started with like 9 or something.
Does a tank really need rifles, harpoons, and grenade launchers?
The answer's definitely yes.
And you're definitely an idiot.
I hate to do this to the players that are in here right now, but I'm gonna hit up and hit back in the hopes of seeing whether or not that puts me in one that's about to start or one that's already started. Rannick says, okay, gonna check it out then. Yeah, I mean, nothing to lose. The base game's gone free now, and if you bought in the past, then I think you would have gotten the Heart of Thorns expansion for free as well. I could be wrong though, because they announced that maybe in August last year or something like that. Yeah, there's a lot to check out. Lots of content, of course. All the seasons. We are now in Living World season. Well, technically, this is the 5th release, even though it's not called Season 5. Or Season 6. Shit, even I'm mixed up, but there's just so many of these seasons to play through. Well, what about 8 the Steel Warband? Yeah, that's just the objective. Usually, you have to talk to somebody, like there's an NPC there, because I did the same mission earlier in the stream actually. This is my second time doing it, because there's a game-breaking bug preventing players who completed the first mission from starting the second, which is kind of why I am actually now in a second character trying to do it again. So this is, I'm gonna go back in and let's see if it puts me in a brand new mission that's already started or going to start, because I can't be the only one. There's so many players just hanging around there. I think everyone's stuck on entering the second episode.
Aren't you the sorriest bunch of recruits I've ever laid eyes on?
And there's only two.
Centurion Steelcatcher for work details.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that was a bug then.
You're in the Steel Warband now. I expect nothing short of absolute perfection.
Okay, so the previous one I did defend a perimeter. Now I'm gonna do the tank. So we're just gonna pick up ammunition here.
recruit! Get over here!
Destroy
Don't ask
targets.
questions. Stock up on ammo and hop on the rifles. You'll be protecting my baby out there.
Again, if you're just joining the stream, I've done this once today, so if I look like I know what I'm doing, it's because I do. We're basically entering Ryland Steelband's Ryland Steel Catcher's warband as part of the story, and this is us looking back into the past to see what transpired and what are the interactions with him and his warband members. How does the main story in the previous season, or previous episode I should say,
She's
tie
got
into this?
state-of-the-art anti-personnel grenade launchers. 𝒂𝒍𝒍𝒆𝒊𝒍, 1 nade, total mayhem.
You can see it does a lot of damage to like normal dummies, which I assume will be like your normal non-elite enemies. But in the first mission that we did earlier today,
Use
it
the
was like,
harpoon to break armor, or pull things over. You know what a harpoon does.
you gotta be strong armor too. So harpoon gets rid of the CC. Now this is where you actually learn to use the harpoon.
Oh no!
In the first mission that we did,
Fire at will!
half of the people didn't know how to use the harpoon. So during the final boss fight, it took a long time because we couldn't coordinate that. 7 minutes, the mission will move out. If Gilmore still hasn't deployed a fix for the bug, I'm gonna call it a night, I suppose, but this could take an hour, depending on how we do this group. So I'm gonna move to the next officer to help. Now I'm gonna do Vision Steel Shots, the sniper. So I gotta
Wish
go
we
find
could
her.
see the Steel Warband in action. I've heard
She's
some
up there.
stories.
Now, if you like jumping puzzles, then
What
you
I
definitely
wouldn't
want
give
to
to have Ryland's cubs.
hang out with Vision. She always seems to get to the high places. Where is she? Oh my god, alright. No mounts, you can't use your mounts in the
Recruit.
mission.
I've got something to show you. This'll be fun.
It's basically just sniping from the top, that's it. Just kill a bunch of mobs.
Got your back.
Now see, I would have appreciated if I had joined in my first run the mission when it just started and I had the full 10 minutes to do all of the officer's stuff. Because during the mission itself, you will come across these mechanics. The jumping puzzle to the first cat, the sniper run, if you guys remember that. Using the tank, I think that's going to be the most important thing. So if you're watching the stream or you're listening to it at work without, you know, looking at visual spoilers, do the tank one first. Learn how to use the CC bar breaker because that's going to be a lifesaver in the final boss fight. Well, not really a lifesaver, but it's going to make things go way quicker. Or it could end up like a 15-minute fight. So that's done.
Wish we could see the Steel Warband in action. I've heard some stories.
5 minutes
What
for the
I
other
wouldn't
two.
give to have Ryland's
Now,
cubs.
I don't know if you have to complete everything in order to get better rewards from the final chest at the end of the mission. Unlike previous cases, you don't get rewards automatically put into your bags. It's going to be a chest at the end of the mission, kind of like a strike mission.
Happiness is a smooth tonic.
So we're just going to look for alpine blossoms and cave mushrooms. What's in the snowdrift? I don't think... That could be a bug. He doesn't need snow, he needs alpine blossoms now.
Storm's getting worse. Recruits, pick up the pace.
Oh, he's up there. No wonder. Well, I'm not going to be contributing anything to this one, unfortunately. Because by the time I get there... Oh, crap. By the time I get up there, I think they're all gone. Which is a... Yeah, I've noticed that with these new missions. Like, if you pick something up, like those alpine blossoms or whatever, they're not... I think they're per map, they're not per character. So they disappear, I think. Hopefully not. Lie down ASAP.
That's enough. Bring me what you got.
Oh my god, I got 18 seconds to throw one at him to get some sort of credit. Wait for me. Alright, hopefully that contributed. Again, there's no way to tell
This'll put some fur
how
on
much
your
you've
chest
done
and other places.
without a visual bar. So if there's any dabs that are hopefully, well, long shot watching this, you guys need to add like one of those progress bars you have in Heart of Thorns and Fur and Brink. How much you're contributing to the mission that determines
Warband's ready to move
the
out.
type of rewards or how much
Is
rewards
that how
get
you
at the end of
address
the
your
mission, because
Centurion soldier?
Right now, you can't even tell whether you're contributing or not.
That promotion already going to your head, Chief?
He's a big shot now that he's Bangar's golden cub.
All right. Let's get a move on before we freeze our tails off.
You know what? Going back to the post the Reddit person posted about the content required for story completion, it's starting to make some sense with what he's saying. Because I cannot imagine doing this solo, I really can't. Because there's just too much going on. Just those of you just joining us, there's a lot of stuff in this side mission that you want to keep an eye on. Scrap metal, fix the tank, which is part of your objective right now. We're going to protect the tank.
This is what I'm talking about!
You have different options. You can either right the tank, shoot ammo, or shoot enemies if you want to.
You're barely older than the rest of us.
But during the duration of this
I
escort
thought he was
mission,
like a million years
we're
old.
going to unlock more of the map as we
have
continue.
income.
There's going to be plenty of other side missions too. See, I got silver for
Who
that
wants to
one.
go to a Metal Legion concert when this is all over with?
Now, I know from
I'm not really
experience
into
there's going to be a sniper rifle up
Doesn't
there.
matter
'cause
who's playing after you slam down 12 or so.
I did it the first time.
My panics are for medicinal purposes, and not to be abused for any psychoactive side effects.
So I'm going to do the jumping puzzle real quick and get that sniper rifle from the cat again. And we found this out by pure dumb
I have a
luck.
visual on the enemy. Snipers to
I
my
just followed
position.
another player. And you also heard the sniper over the comm saying... Okay, hang on. There you go. This is where you want to be. You grab that sniper rifle.
Go get him.
And this, of course, is a side objective to snipe enemies with vision. And this one packs a punch.
For the charge!
Somebody's figured this out. Awesome.
Felt that one, I bet. On your target.
So, some variety here. You don't have to do the same thing over and over, which is just farm enemies like you would do in a normal MMO. I suppose just clear the road. Different play styles, if you will. If you like to snipe throughout this entire mission, and every segue or every checkpoint, Vision's gonna tell you I'm on top of the roof somewhere. You can come and snipe with me. There's another character in this warband that likes to hold competitions for who can kill the most enemies. If you like killing, go ahead and do that one. And then there's just the in-between stuff.
Charge them!
10 seconds left for this event, which I'm sure I'll get gold for participation. I think I've killed a lot of mobs up here. Yep, now that's done, you can get rid of the rifle and go all the way back down. So that's how it's going to work. Along the way of the escort, there's going to be areas like that where you have many activities to do. You have a guy that needed the mushrooms. He's also going to need some grub later on, so just pick your thing. Kind of reminds me of like Dragon Stand in Heart of Thorns. You know, you've got a lane and then you hit a certain checkpoint. You've got side objectives to do. be a boss here if I remember correctly. There should be a champion coming out. There he is, champion ice brew coated. So tag him straight away.
Down for the count!
Done. Clear the portal. This one has your marches.
Put the flamethrower away,
mechanics
sister.
to it.
You're scaring
Lots
the
of portals to be
recruits.
open.
Again.
They'll be fine. Gotta teach them the pecking order.
Bruno, you really believe all that stuff Bangar's selling?
Well, what's wrong with wanting to be one char? I mean, I think that sounds like a good thing.
We're an independent warband, fighting for a breakaway legion under a rogue imperator. That sound like one char to you?
We're a kick-ass
I'm gonna
independent warband
explore a
fighting
little
for
bit up here.
whatever you just said.
Ryland, you agree with
Have
me,
you been
right?
this way?
I get orders and I follow them. That's what a soldier does.
I'm gonna check up there just in case we missed anything. It'd be a bit adventurous than my first run. I see another player already up there. Damn. These people are fast. Oh, is that a shortcut? Nah, it's not. But that's basically where you want to go for the next thing. Yeah, it's pretty much a shortcut. So we're gonna have to come the other way. Let's see if we can get up here. Alright, I'm on top of this ledge thingy, and I can see all the way to the gate where we're heading to the Dwarven Ruins. I wonder if this is where the sniper is gonna be. Right now, let's go back and help out. We've got tar elementals. Oh boy, that's a long U-turn that we're going through. One of the side missions here is to kill more tar elementals than Cinder. Makes the trigger happy one of his warband. Just tag some tar elementals and they're fine. Which is what I think most of us are doing.
Blood Legion!
Yeah, 13-0, so there's no point. Let's move on.
Charge them!
Let's stock up.
Charge them!
Alright, second. Now that's his first. The potion dude's gonna need some alpine blossoms and stuff, so on this rock.
Another corpse for the pile!
There's a certain angle that you want to jump up and grab it.
Don't think the tank will make it through that storm,
And
Chief.
you just throw it on him. And the trick is he's moving, of course, so.
Those ruins belong to the Stone Summit dwarves. Slavers, cannibals, performers of profane rituals.
Couple of portals
Who
here.
knows what monstrosities lurk in these ancient, almost
Renault,
certainly haunted
get us
ruins.
through that door.
Thought you'd never ask.
We didn't prep for an evil dwarf excursion.
I'll send up a flare for reinforcements.
No flare. Vanguard trusted us to handle this on our own. That's what we're gonna do. That's enough. Bring me what you got.
Okay, now that that's done, let's go check out the portal. Now, in the objective, it says take out the weak spots of the gate, right? So that's 1 and 2. Now, there's no one in the tank doing that, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Morning seals, short grenade first.
Attack!
Got 54 ammo. That's 1 down. And look, we got people at the bottom.
Time to bring down the gate! Use the harpoons!
Use the tank, everybody, come on. So, this is the pros and cons of the pug group. But again, it's launch day. Most people, it's first time in here. So I'm gonna be that guy to let everybody know. Here's the tank. Sweet. Well done. Bonus mission rank. I keep seeing that.
We've done some stupid things before.
What that means.
But this is something else.
I think you made your point, Cinder. Put the flamethrower away.
Ah, I was just getting started.
Alright, those are the stone summit dwarves, which I'm pretty excited about. Never seen them in here before. Now we're gonna have to protect the tank.
There's a vantage point this way.
Aren't these dwarves supposed to be extinct?
So for those that want to do the sniper stuff, you can go up there. Figure out how to get up there. Getting focus fired here. Swept to the bear.
Die, scum!
Now these dark firing munitions are for the tank. So while you're doing this, just keep keep hitting F and stocking up on those. You will need them. That's a max of 5. Those are grenades. The ammo crate is for the tank skill number 1. I'm on 60 munitions, so I think I'm pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get to the sniper. See if I can do it in time. Alright, so that's how you do it.
We can get to high ground from here.
Shielded dwarves remaining.
There's too many of these damn dwarves.
This is great!
They don't seem to be alive.
So we have to reach your second vantage point. Where is
Magic
she?
or not, a tank blast to the face works just the same.
Oh, so she sniping and jumping puzzles, man. It's not too bad. You just got to take a look at the map. In a public setting, you're not really allowed the time.
All targets.
So if you see a player going somewhere interesting, just follow along. All right. So let's go
get him.
Shielded dwarves.
Got your back.
This sniper's the only one, or this rifle's the only thing that can break open this bubble, so. That was pretty much an instant kill. Alright, so we got that done. Now we can head back down. Somebody's keeping the tank's health up all the time, which is good.
Attack!
Keep the tank moving.
We we are not even... Well, I think we're just past the halfway mark. Curiosity kills. What's he going up here for? Finishing up his dwarves.
Attack!
Okay, no dwarves remaining. It's not the end though, because the final boss fight is the giant construct that they have, which is pretty cool. Okay, so this part, this is a defense wave surviving thing. Now I'm just trying to look for the sniper perch, because that's where I want to be. Probably up here. Now, in my last run through, I was playing as a healer.
Even the wildlife's unhappy with our little intrusion.
Why do you sound
stick out a scalp line.
excited?
Ah, I
Who's
see
gonna
him.
kill more scalps than me? Give it your best shot.
So if you really want max completion, you have to jump from the scalp, or at least tap a scalp, and then come up here and do the sniping thing. And I believe this is also where the guy, the potion maker, will have his side objective, which is to collect mushrooms and whatnot.
For the Blood Legion!
My arrows don't reach as far as the sniper rifle, unfortunately, so I'm wasting my time up here. Yeah, let's go down first.
Attack!
Okay, I see any hidden chests.
These look flammable. Let's find out.
What? Hang on. Bonus mission rank earned. What was the mission and where? Oh, let's see it. I'm gonna follow this group.
These are good ingredients for my special brews.
There we go. Cave mushrooms, handfuls of
Just
snow.
putting this out there. Still got that flair.
Negative. We do this on our own.
Now, doing this, he will then concoct that potion, the tonic, which gives everybody like a health and damage buff. So it's kind of worth doing it.
I
That's
have
what
a visual
annoys
on
me.
the enemy.
The mushrooms
Snipers
are
to
a
my
one-person
position.
only thing.
Charge them!
Alright, I want to throw this just right. Hopefully it doesn't.
That sure riled him up.
Renoa, get your back against the wall.
You know how hard it is to steer this thing?
So this is where we have to survive for like a couple of minutes, really. There's gonna be lots of waves. These wolves come out. We still haven't collected snow. We're gonna need snow for the tonic.
That's enough. Bring me what you got.
Alright, he's done. Come on, give us the tonic.
Went a bit heavy on the mushrooms. Shouldn't kill you.
Oh, okay, sniper quest. Sniper quest right now. Come on. Oh, crap. I saw where they were jumping up to. I'm coming. I think. Pretty sure when I get there, the event's over. Nope. The heck? do I even get up
Die,
there?
scum!
Thermal forge? What the heck? How? That's what I want to know. There's gotta be like a bouncing mushroom somewhere. Oh, it's through there. Up there. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it 50 seconds. We got Infinite XP. Says, I'm back. Welcome back, man. How you been? What have you been playing? And yeah, hope you're safe and sound during this crazy period that we're all going through. Ah, shit. Cave full of dwarfs. Get out.
There seems to be a hole where a bridge should be.
There's gotta be a way to get that bridge working, recruits!
Alright. Again, because we've done this before, I know where to go to activate that thing. I just want to stand on this object here, so that's one done. Since I'm the farthest or closest, I'll go get that one too. And done.
Stay down!
Oh. Thought I fell through a pillar. Alright, bring on the tank. So we're almost making it to the final boss fight now. This run has gone, I don't know, faster than my first run? Could be wrong. Nope, we are actually at the boss fight now.
Shoot the damn flare!
I'm just gonna remind the players. Just a general reminder. Because I don't want to stay in this instance for like the 40 minutes that I was doing it. No, I'm probably exaggerating. It didn't take me 40 minutes on the first boss fight. Maybe 15, 20. So there's portals that are going to be popping up. And in between knocking off the boss or taking pop shots at the boss, there's going to be one period where he has a CC phase, a break bar, and you want to get in the tank and push the harpoon.
Reinforcements! Take out the portal!
Since I'm no longer on my fire pouch, firebrand, I can go pew pew.
Case in position! Now's our chance to harpoon that thing!
Okay, harpoon tank. Come on, people. Alright, so once you've done all that,
Take out the portal!
I'm just gonna spam all my animations to get down now. Alright, checking in and chat. This is gonna be wild. Infinite XP says, to be honest, I've been playing Call of Duty Warzone and Neo 2. Took a little break from Final thing. Is Call of Duty Warzone the new sort of like that battle royale that they just put out like last week, was it? Yeah, it looks pretty fun. Like I myself, over the last week, I had to take a break from MMOs. Well, firstly because of the virus situation over here, pretty bad. secondly, I got assigned to cover Division 2 Warlords of New York, which is the Army expansion. And oh man, I had a ton of fun with that. They raised the difficulty, they reset the gear, and I was a Division 2 player before the expansion hit. But the changes, you know, the story, content, I got hooked back in. Plus my old clan came back, so we were all playing it. So once I was done with the review, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to leveling and handling, but I just kept playing it. So and they've got new seasons of a progression system as well, so it kind of forces me to log in every day to make sure I earn my season pass rewards and things like that. Zanusha says, make sure you look around before you leave these mystical things. Did I? You mean like with the reward chests?
Reinforcements! Take out the portal!
Well, I'm pretty sure I missed the CC phase because I was talking in chat. Oopsie. Finn actually says, I'm safe and sound now. How are you, man? I'm good too. Touch blue.
We can't leave
Stays
those
that way.
portals up!
Portal, there we go.
We can't leave those portals up!
Damn it. I'm just gonna ignore these guys and head straight to the next portal. I'm going down. Close. Fall down? Yep, fall down. Fire. Ouch. I ran straight into the boss fire.
Recruits! Bring it down with the harpoons!
Okay, I came here to rest somebody, but it looks like they got up. Anyway, harpoon time. Everybody get the tank. And it's gone. Back to shooting. See, I think I'm at the same progress stage. Maybe this is going a little faster than when I did it on my Guardian maybe an hour or so ago. Nothing to be done, so let's go. There's some portals. Pick up some munitions in the way. And he says, yeah, quite fun. I'm shocked too. It's free though, right? It's like a free battle royale for Call of Duty. Call of Duty and free, damn. Didn't think you'd see it, right? I think it's free. I don't know. I remember watching the news, reading about it. Didn't really get into the details because it's not really my thing. Like I don't. It's not something I follow. But, you know, this group is actually taking care of the tank really good. So we're going to look at the heals for the tank. Portal. There we go. Also down. So we'll grab missions and await the CC phase.
Grant me your strength, my friend.
Bring it down with the harpoon!
Alright, here we go. This is it. Come on. Everybody, harpoon. Still 55%. Yeah, so this is deja vu, guys. It's reminding me of the exact same thing I did in my Guardian. Well, by comparison, this is worse than doing Drakkar for the first time, during the first week. Drakkar, it's a world boss, everybody's learning to fight. And, you you know, there were certain things that once you got the groove of it, once you understand the mechanics, you're good to go.
Where's the reinforcement? They should be here by now.
But this one, it's like it's on its own timer. When the portals come out, and of course down to the group coordination as well. How fast can you take those portals? So what happens if I just stand here and shoot him? Obviously, I'm not going to be doing as much damage if I was maybe, say, using the tank stuff. But am I pushing him to a new phase? Am I putting out more portals if I shoot him? Or if he takes out down? It's not doing any damage at all, so... What you want is to grab all these munitions.
Take the position! Now's our chance to harpoon that thing!
Okay, here we go, harpoon time.
Nice shot!
Alright, finally, everybody's doing it. Great. It's still not enough because we don't have those 3 people to keep doing outside the tank.
Having fun back there?
40%. Yeah, I'm not gonna look forward to doing this mission again, honestly. The next time I run this, it's gonna be in a guild group or with some friends. But yeah, no more public runs. I would happily do Drakkar 100 times during this boss fight. That's the crate that I
want. Take position! Now's our chance to harpoon that thing!
Oh, damn it. Just when I went to grab it, it's harpoon season. Wait for me. Yeah, I'm gonna miss the crate bar. But so is the other 3 people. 4, 5, 6 people outside the tank. Oh, this is frustrating.
Oh, didn't see that one coming! That's what I'm talking about! Having fun back there?
Okay, I'm out of ammo.
Recruits, handle those portals!
I think these guys have got portals covered, so I'm just gonna stock up with tank ammunition. It does way more damage than you would just standing there shooting your stupid weapon that you have on you. Which I see a lot of people doing. Like, look, that guy's just sword and boarding the boss. That's not gonna do anything. Oh my lord, what did I just do? Oh crap, is there a way up? This is not good. Crap.
Recruits,
I'm gonna have to come back. Okay, here's the way up. There we go. Oh, stone cannon. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Let's see how much damage that does.
Charge them!
Oh. that was worth 1 achievement point. Okay, well now you know. If you find a stone cannon, shoot it at the boss. Yeah, 1 fucking AP. 1. I mean, it all adds up, of course. Like, I think I've done... To pick up 10 munitions, I think that was 1. You complete 5 events, there's another one. So total during this first mission itself, you would have gotten, I think.
We can't leave those portals up!
Yeah, I'm making my way to the portal. Oh no, my mouse. My cursor disappeared for a second.
Take the position! Now's our chance to harpoon that thing!
Okay, harpoon, 14%, 13%. Okay, guys, we got this. Yeah, still missing 3 people's contributions. Well, 10%. I'm just gonna shoot everything I have. 12, 10, 2, still a 10. If everybody let's see, I've been multitasking. I haven't really paid attention to what other people do, but I'm not just focusing on one thing. I do portals, I do harpoon, pick up ammunition, get in the tank, and I throw damage. So I don't know if that's efficient or it's being a busy idiot. Like,
I could outrun a
specialized to
centaur.
make things go faster. But it seems like nobody's contributing in the other areas except the harpoon part. You still find people. Okay, this guy just shot a cannon. Good. But if I see this guy sword and boring the boss again, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm guilty of doing it now. That's how desperate I am. 2%. Oop, there you go. Picked up,
Down he goes! Steel and fire, baby!
50.
Guess we didn't need the
50
flare after
munitions,
all.
and that's gotten 10
Never
points.
doubt
Was it
my
10 or
mind.
5? I think it's 5 points.
Everybody okay?
We're all in one piece.
And I believe that is, that's the end. Did it take more time than the first run? Maybe. I think it's the exact same thing. Now the rewards, I know for sure, not gonna be that wow. Yeah, it's the same stuff. Unidentified gear. Now the accommodation chests, I could be wrong, but I think this is dependent on how many of those side objectives that you successfully managed to complete.
Baradhor Runebringer! Eyes front!
At ease, soldiers.
Bags are full.
Centurion Steel Catcher. We were expecting the tank at Biora's Pass. Complications with the storm, sir. Had to take a detour. If you had everything under control, why the distress signal? Miscalculation, sir. I see. The storms hit us pretty hard, so Centurion Steel Catcher and I will find an alternate route through the pass.
I can provide a security detail, sir.
The Imperator's given his orders. Stand by and await further instructions, soldier.
So, yeah, on my second playthrough now, this part's pretty interesting. When Bangar says that he's gonna take Ryland through a different way in the pass, I guess this is where they separate from the rest of the warband, I think, or the entire Char congregation at the Grothmar Valley, assuming that's where we came from. Warband camp. Don't know where exactly are we, or how long ago was this from when we finished. Was it the prologue or episode 1? Maybe episode 1. Whispers in the Dark. So that's that. Now we can get out of here. Ah, there we go. The bug has not been fixed. Let me just check Gilworster and Twitter again and see if they actually have. No word yet. So to solve this, I just basically ran out here. But the fact that I am getting that notification means I'm running through the exact same issue that I did in my Guardian. Okay, meanwhile, let's check in on chat. Shug says, what is this boring ass shit? Assuming you joined during the boss fight, it's the final phase of this public mission that we were doing for this new content Gilworster has. It says people actually take it as content. Well, they release it as content, and Seditious says Gilworster's latest story content, aka a raid. It's not exactly a raid. It's not a raid. It's a public mission. The raid is, well, it's a mini raid. It's called a strike. 10 players, and I don't know if there's a new strike here, and I can't exactly find out because there's story Yeah, I can't because of this bug, which they might patch maybe tonight, tomorrow, who knows. To be honest, most MMOs nowadays don't require a lot of thinking, as they do a lot of things for you, like handing you maps of the region, even telling you where X is for quest. That's theme park MMOs for you. I think over the last 10 years, we've moved from, you know, those type of games still exist if you're looking for the traditional sandbox MMORPG where there's no hand holding and things like that. Those games still exist, but it's becoming more of a niche. It's becoming more of a refined taste for those who want that sort of adventure. Whereas these days, if you notice, things are getting tech-wise, or in general life, things are getting smaller and faster, and people have less time to spend doing stuff for gratification. So we want to level up faster. We want to finish games faster. Of course, that doesn't mean we don't want to put in the hard work, but we just want it to be more convenient than it ever was. Which is an interesting thing psychologically. When you look at gamers today, it's so different than where we were 10 years ago, maybe. So Yusha says, turn around, NPC has something for you. Oh, you mean those green things on top of the heads? Those are just chat bubbles. Those are story dialogue, which I skipped on these two characters, because they're just flavor text, which I will read or listen to again when I play it through the 4th and 5th time, which I have to eventually. But either way, not that big of a miss. The most important thing is the loot chest at the end. That's what you want. And for others, of course, the achievement points for completing a whole bunch of good stuff. Dance is because those gamers are old today, which is also true. I mean, there's an age thing. You know, those that still... I mean, I don't want to be that guy who talks about age and, you know, younger gamers versus older gamers. Like, I'm somewhere in between, but I enjoy everything, the best of both worlds. I could enjoy a good sandbox, or a theme park. I can play anything. I'm pretty adaptable in that sense. I mean, it's also my job. I play MMOs. Sunusha says, being in your mid-20s is old. If you're talking about me or you, I am not in my mid-20s. That's a guessing game for you guys, but oh, it depends. It's more of a mindset thing. Like, what kind of games did you play growing up? Do you like? Are you a solo player, or do you prefer playing in groups? Are you antisocial when it comes to online gaming? Do you like PvP? Do you like open world PvP? There's a lot that defines an MMO gamer today than there was maybe 20 years ago, 15 years ago, when the genre was still, you know, in its embers, just growing. Because back then, you only had a few classifications of MMOs. You had 1 or 2 games that gave you something on a plate, and you took it as the norm. You know, today you've got MMO being used in so many different tags: MMO FPS, MMO survival, MMO RTS, and it just diluted a whole lot of things. But where we are in terms of theme park, which is arguably the most popular style of MMOs, has gotten very much like a fast food chain. It's like a McDonald's now, you know. Just games need to churn. These theme park MMOs need to churn out content quickly to make money, of course, and players need a reason to be there to spend the money and consume that sort of content. So the quality in between sometimes gets lost, and if other MMOs want to go back to a more special time to be niche again, developers have to go out of their way. This is kind of why Kickstarter exists. They need to crowdfund their love for sort of like bringing back those older MMOs. Weekend Chat says, have you seen the Sonic movie? There's a scene where Dr. Robotnik says something like, the time for talking is over, it's time to push buttons. And if that isn't me as a gamer, like, I'm sort of the opposite. I want to know the story first, and then I'll push the buttons, knowing why I'm going to be pushing those buttons. Like, you know, you put me in a kill quest. Tell me why. There must be a damn good reason why you want me to kill things. I no longer want to kill things for the sake of killing things. Alright, look guys, this bug is preventing me from moving on into episode 2, so I guess this is where I'll call it a night, and I'll pick up again episode 2 whenever they fix, well, mission 2 I should say, whenever they patch in this goddamn fix, which is really annoying because it's release day, it's patch day, and I don't know what's going on over there at Arena. Do they not have a big enough Q&A team or what? But progress in your second mission being blocked, maybe this is something that only happens on the live environment, where if there was a beta or a private whatever, you couldn't replicate this bug. But to have it live, just such a buzzkill. Just because the gamers that played those types of older MMOs aren't in their 50s or 60s, a good number of them are in their 20s and 30s. So yeah, there is definitely
really
like the 50s and 60s. I don't know anything about demographics. There's no research or study in this field whatsoever. There's market data which you can buy for like $3,000 for game developers to read in terms of demographics, population, gender, that kind of thing. But when it comes to who likes what sort of games, it's subjective. It's really hard to define. Age is just the thing. Again, it's down to the mentality, like what kind of games you grew up liking. Do you like PvP? For us younger generation and the older generation, one thing we have in common is PvE. PvP doesn't matter, but the style in which we do the PvP matters. Full loot, open world, that kind of thing. I see a lot more, at least the older players that I play with, they prefer the more sort of structured battleground, more, how do we say this, consensual PvP. Whereas these days, we're seeing a lot of, PKing rising again amongst younger gamers, because if you look around the market, there's so many of those games. Battle Royale is all about PvP, and you have a large number of young audiences playing those types of games. So when they come to an MMO, I want a Battle Royale than an MMO. I mean, why the hell not? We've seen it a couple of times. Black Desert now has Shadow Arena, so that's a trend that hopefully dies down. Like, it's not taking off. MMOs have tried the Battle Royale, but it's not working. So I hope it stops with BDO. We won't see like a Shadow Arena in any other MMO. Not a fan of that. Vega says they're all at home, social distancing. That could be true. See, ArenaNet didn't put out a statement saying there's we are going to be working from home or whatever. But if that's the case, you know what? Can't fault them. We'll just wait until they come back to work. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you don't run into this game-breaking bug where it stops your progress from entering the second mission. Second mission, by the way. So, 3:40 in the morning. I'm going to go back to the Division 2 and grind for my exotics there. That's it for me, you guys. I'm heading to bed. For those in chat, or those who've dropped by, or those that are going to be watching this VOD later today or later in the weekend, sorry I couldn't stream any more of Visions of the Past. I would like to, but there's a bug halting progress. So I guess I'll see you all in the next stream. Hang on, Zanisha says ArenaNet has staff roughly around 50 employees, and they're not doing so hot profit-wise, so they're a bit in trouble. Hopefully it picks up for them. I mean, last year was pretty rough, right? With like layoffs, and the reception towards the Icebrood saga hasn't been great, or wasn't great at the time. Like, I remember covering the news, and then you've got a lot of the sort of hardcore PvP and raiding crowd of Guild Wars 2 coming on and saying, Icebrood saga, like, PV story's fine, but what about all the raids and, the world versus world restructuring, or world restructuring as it was called back then, was talked about for almost 2 years now. And 2 hours, new build available, 2 hours. That means I think that there's a fix right now. But it's too late for me anyway. 3:40, fuck it, I'm gonna bed. I'll carry this tomorrow or something. So yeah, hopefully it picks up for ArenaNet and leading up to the new expansion, because that's gonna give them some new blood. Vika says night night, night night, Vika. Hope you, Menthy, and the family stay safe over there. And remember, no panic buying, people. No panic buying. Wash your hands, don't touch your face. And I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow night. I'll come back tomorrow and finish Visions in the Past, so I can go back and do some Final Fantasy or some other game, ESO, like somebody suggested earlier. Yeah, so that's it for me. Enjoy whatever you're gonna be playing for the rest of the day. I'll catch you guys soon. Night night, you guys, and again, stay safe.